the Kaliedos. I can't say that because blah 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 blah. Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Christine and I do some makeup tutorials, lifestyle, some unboxings, lots of different stuff on this channel. So if you like those kinds of things, stay tuned. Today we're going to be using one of my favorite indie brands. This eye palette is from Kaliedos. It came in a set of 3. It is their Futurism collection. I was just shopping my stash today. Obviously, we can't go out, and in my area we're having some issues getting things even shipped to us. So I thought it'd be fun today to just shop my stash for things that I already have, things I've used before, and just kind of sit down and have a little chat with you and use one of my favorite eyeshadow palettes. This one is the Futurism 3 and it's called Astro Pink. Let's see if we can get it close enough for you to see it. It is very, very pretty. We've got some pinks. It's mostly a cool tone palette, I would say, though. It's got some pinks, some mauves, and of course a flash of blue. They always make their palettes on the outside kind of reflect what's on the inside, and I think that's kind of neat. So you kind of know what to expect simply by taking a look at the palette. I like the size of it. It has a magnetic closure, and they put out, I believe, 2 new ones. It might have even been last summer now, and I haven't received those yet, so I'm waiting, and I will be purchasing those as well. They did come in a really nice box with a set of 3, but I don't have that much storage, so I did take them out of the box, and now I have them stored in my regular eyeshadow. Well, it's not a mess anymore. I just kind of organized it, so my eyeshadow collection, we'll say today. The rest of the products we'll be using to finish off the eye look are things that I've used before on my channel and that I really love. And if you want to see everything that I used for the base, it'll all be in the description box. And most of it will be linked with any luck. Fingers crossed. So we're going to go ahead and get started, and we can start to chat. So we're going to start out with a crease shade. And I'm not going to get too technical, not that I can. Again, if you're new here, I'm not a makeup artist. I just really like makeup, and for me to sit down in my makeup chair at my vanity is kind of my therapy. It calms me down. It gives me something to do where I'm not thinking about the future, which is a little uncertain right now. So this kind of just helps me to calm down and relax. And I have it filmed in probably, wow, 2 weeks. Haven't felt like it. Being totally honest here, I'm struggling, just like I'm sure many of you are, struggling with the uncertainty of it all, because I'm very much a control freak and I like to have everything within my control, and there are so many things right now that are not. So I'm going to focus on the things that are in my control, and one of the things I can control is whether or not to get up every day and do my hair and do my makeup. And I do that because it makes me feel better. Of course, it's not necessary. I'm isolating like the rest of the world should be, and I'm at home, but it makes me feel better. It makes me feel more normal, so to speak, to stay in kind of a routine that I'm used to. So we're going to play around with this baby today. She is beautiful, and I have not used this palette nearly enough, so we're going to play around with it. It does have a little sheet with the names on it. I went ahead and taped it to the inside of my palette so I don't lose it, and I can tell you what the names are. If you have the same palette, maybe you'd like to go grab it and just sit with me and let's put on some makeup. I'm going to start off with the lightest shade, which is Lunar, and we're going to go ahead and just put that in the crease. As per usual, I have no idea what I'm going to do. The look just kind of comes with as I'm speaking and talking, and I just kind of go with the flow. So I'm going to put Lunar in the crease. It's a very soft pink. Even a little bit maybe on the touch of mauve side. And I'm just going to put that in the crease. So it is very difficult to sit and chat without discussing some of the things that are happening right now, I know, but I would like this to be more of an escape for you. So we're going to talk about frivolous things like makeup. I would love for you down below to tell me, what is your favorite eyeshadow palette? Doesn't matter, it can be high-end or drugstore. I don't have a real preference. I would say right now my favorite eyeshadow palette that I've been playing around with quite a bit is the Huda Beauty New Nudes palette. There's something about that palette that every time I open it, I get inspired to try something new and to use it differently. It has such a beautiful arrangement of pinks and peaches and all of these obviously nude colors. It also has some glitter if I'm feeling fancy. So I've been really loving that palette. Haven't bought a whole lot of new recently because I have an overabundance of eyeshadow as it is. Not that I won't be trying new things in the future, because I will, but I am a substitute teacher, so my job depends on me actually going to work. I don't get paid if I don't. Since schools in the country are closed and we aren't sure when we're going back, I'm going to switch to a smaller brush, a little more dense, take that same color and run it on the lower lash line. Since we're not really too clear right now when or if we're going back to school this year, I am on a no buy until further notice, because I want to be able to also take care of my family, and we'll be fine. As my husband says 100 times a day, because I am a worrier, he tells me 100 times a day that everything is going to be fine. We're all going to get through this, and hopefully look back on it, really see how we all pulled together and worked together and not the opposite. It will be probably a little while until I purchase something new, but I have a few things on my wish list. Now, I don't know that I'll be able to have my editor-in-chief put the photos on this video or not, but we can talk about them and you can look them up yourself. Some of the ones that are on my wish list right now, not all of them are brand new, by the way. They're just ones that I've seen used in other videos and really love. And this is going to be a pretty simple eye look. Again, we're staying home. It's not going to be hugely different or, you know, anything groundbreaking, so to speak. But that's not what we're here for. We're here to talk. We're here to chat. We're here to relax. That's what we're going to do. Deep breaths. And relax a bit. So I'm going to take the next darkest color, it's called Stardust, and I want to work that into just the outer V here with a nice fluffy brush to darken that up a bit. So on my wish list, I have two Huda Beauty palettes. I have the Desert Dusk and I have the New Nudes palette. Because I love them both so much, I love the formula, I love the color stories, I would love to try the Mercury Retrograde palette. It looks so beautiful. So that's something that I would like to try. I would also like another indie brand that I really love is Menagerie Cosmetics, and they came out with one, oh my goodness, is it called the Rain? It has lions on it, and for the life of me right this minute, because my brain is mush, I cannot think of what the name of it is, but I will look it up. It will be linked down below. That would be their, I think their newest palette, and it is beautiful. I have their Whale Song and their Feral palette. I've also had my eye on their, is it called Violet Ink? Maybe? It has a, I think it's an octopus on the front of it, and it's all these beautiful, gorgeous purple colors that I absolutely adore. Okay, so that is about where I want it to be. I'm going to very lightly go into this beautiful, it's a silver shimmer, but you can tell that it's got some pink, one right in the center, that it's got some kind of pinky reflect to it. And I'm just going to pick that up with my finger, and we're going to put that all over the lid. It is so reflective and pretty. Again, this is going to be a pretty simple look, Anybody can do this. Obviously, I'm doing it. I'm pulling it off quite nicely. Now I will have to get a smaller, even on my finger, you can see that it's almost like this icy pink. I hope you can tell on the camera. But in the pan it looks more silver, and I definitely wore the right t-shirt to do a pretty pink look today. I have to tell you, if you're following me on Instagram, and if you aren't, I don't understand why. I mean, if you like makeup, I try to post just about every single day a different look, and I always make sure that all of my products are listed and tagged. I love it. I hope the lights aren't too bright for you to see how pretty that icy pink is, but it is gorgeous. Their shimmers are out of this world. Gorgeousness. There is a darker color in this palette. It is called Nebula, and Nebula is a maroonish purplish. You'll see. I'm gonna run that along the lower lash line. We already put the lighter color down there, so we're gonna run this as close to the lashes as I can get it. So, yes. Covered the Menagerie palette. We talked about the Huda palette. Oh, that Huda palette is so beautiful. Her packaging is stunning, and Menagerie's is the same. Some of these palettes get me just with the packaging. The packaging is so gorgeous. I mean, calls me right in. Yeah, I've been probably overly using pink for the past month or so. I don't know why everything that I want. I think it's because I want spring to be here so badly, because spring comes and then summer comes, and summer is my favorite. It's my favorite. I'm gonna then take the smaller, the fluffy brushes, just a smaller dent, and I'm gonna smoke that out on the bottom lash line. We're gonna go ahead and just blend it out, so it's not just such a harsh line, a little softer. When in doubt, if you feel like you've gone too far down with your shadow, or you've gone too far in, you can always take some of your translucent powder and try to blend that out with the translucent powder. Works for me sometimes, not all the time. Sometimes you have to take it all off and start over. But that's the fun of makeup. You can do that. Now this color is starting to look lavender to me. And I apologize if there are lighting seems to be going in and out. I've tried to make it as steady as I possibly can with the studio lighting, but it is a very icky day outside in Pennsylvania. We've had a lot of rain today and thunderstorms. I like this look, and I'll tell you why. It's very soft, beautiful color story without it being too overbearing. I'm just going into the crease and buffing that out with no additional product on the brush, making sure everything's very soft. Some people may say that that icy pink is a little much for an everyday look, but I don't. I like the way it looks. We are going to deepen up that outer corner with just a touch of that color we put on the bottom lash line. Just a touch. We're going to go very lightly in it. Just tap. Oh, that's it. Haven't been on camera in a while, so this is bound to be a little goofy. So I'm going to take that just in the outer V to kind of blend it into that lower lash line to make it a little more cohesive looking. And I am tapping off any extra and pushing it a bit into the crease. I just think that marries it to that lower lash line a little better. If you can see the difference between the one eye and the other, I think that it just makes it look more cohesive. But if you like it the other way, by all means, leave it. Do your own thing. I can already feel myself relaxing, breathing deeper. I wouldn't do this, put myself out there on YouTube, if I didn't enjoy it. So I realized that putting on makeup right now, heck, getting out of bed and getting dressed sometimes is hard. And some days I don't make it. Yesterday, I had day pajamas, and then after dinner I had night pajamas. So really didn't accomplish much yesterday other than resting and catching up on some YouTube. But sometimes we need to do that. I find that I do have an autoimmune disorder. Maybe someday I will talk about. But I find that the autoimmune disorder gets much worse, and I'm sure it's the same for everyone when you're under a lot of stress. So I've been trying to keep myself very calm and centered. I have been very sore all over my whole body, and I used to do yoga quite a bit to relax and to keep my muscles stretched and to keep my joints moving, and I haven't done that the entire 2 weeks that we've been off, so I need to get back into that. I think it'll make me feel better. But yesterday we just kind of relaxed. I didn't force myself to do anything. I'm not sure how well this is gonna go. I used the ColourPop. Please focus. Thank you. The ColourPop Super Shock Cheek in On the Cusp for my highlight today. And I would like to take just a tiny bit of that for brow bone. It may have looked better if I had picked something a little more icy. I think that it helps. I like to match my inner corner highlight, my brow bone highlight, and my cheek highlight. I think that it brings the whole look together. That's just me. And to be honest, I don't always do that. If there's a beautiful inner corner highlight in the palette that I'm using, I will go ahead and use that one. But this one, the only one I would consider probably an inner corner highlight would be this gorgeous color that we used all over the lid, and I didn't want to use it on the lid and then use it up on the brow bone. I just think that it would look strange. So I think that any ColourPop Super Shock Cheek highlighter is going to look gorgeous as an inner corner and a brow highlight every time. I've never had a problem. This one was part of the Kathleen Lights Zodiac collection, I think, and I love it. I will have it forever. I hope it never dries out. You have to make sure that you close these really nice and tight. For my waterline, I'm not going to put any liner on the top. I don't want to do any winged liner. I'm kind of getting away from the winged liner. I practiced it and practiced it a million times, and I can get it down to where they sort of look like distant cousins maybe, but definitely not twins. But I just don't like the way it looks on my eyes and my eye shape. I think it makes my eyes look very heavy, so I haven't been doing that. I am going to put a waterline liner in, and this one is from Believe Beauty, which you can find at the Dollar General stores. Very affordable and very good eyeliner. This one is their long-lasting eyeliner, and the name of it is in Queen Mauve, and it is just a really pretty deep mauve, if they want to call it that, but I think it's more of a wine color. And we're just going to line the waterline on the bottom. If you don't like looking at this, look away for a second. Give me time to do this. And then we'll move on to our mascara. I think that is just such a pretty color. I really like using different colors on the waterline. There's nothing quite like using a black, especially if it's a very glam look and I'm going out at night. Sure makes a statement to do everything in black, but for my everyday kind of a thing, I really have been enjoying using the different colors. And Believe Beauty has some beautiful colors. They don't stay as well as Melt or Urban Decay, and I also love the ColourPop gel liners for the waterline. Those ones are really good too. So my eye look is how I like it. It's not too over the top. It, I think, is now well blended, and I'm gonna go ahead then and put on my lash primer. Curl my eyelashes first. I always curl my eyelashes first. I squeeze it a little bit and then hold it, not for very long. And then I always use a lash primer. Right now I'm still working through the Tarte Open Act primer, but L'Oreal has a really good one. I also heard that I want to say it's Maybelline has a great one. Also at the drugstore, Milani has one. Honestly, this is a high-end one, or more high-end than you would say finding it in your drugstore. And I don't think it's any better or any worse. It seems exactly the same as my L'Oreal one. So this one I think was in one of my subscription boxes maybe. If not, then I probably got it as like a set, because I do like a lot of the Tarte mascaras. I think you can find something comparable at the drugstore for a whole lot less money. So do I recommend it? Yeah, if you're shopping on Tarte and you are looking for one, that one works really well. I think the dupe would be the L'Oreal Lash Primer. I don't see any difference between the two. So today for mascara, I'll be using the Buxom Big T's Plumping Mascara. I like this mascara. I think it's a good mascara. I'm not a huge, I don't really discriminate where mascaras are involved. I do like a fluffy wand better than the silicone wands, the pokey ones that look like a torture device. Those ones scare me, and I have poked myself in the eye with it, and that shit hurts, okay? It hurts. This one does not hurt, and I like how it gets smaller in the front so that you can use it really easy on the bottom lash line. And except for, I would say, user error on my part, I've never noticed it bleeding or smudging onto my eyes. It is difficult not to get mascara on your eyelid when you've curled your lashes. It's just hard to do. Usually I get it under this eye. I don't know why, but every single time I try to do the lower lash line on this side of my face, I get it all over the bottom. Oh, it drives me crazy. Just let it dry, folks. Be patient. Let it dry. And just flick it off with a clean wand. I use one of these, like your eyebrow brushes. It comes right off. But you do have to be patient. When you're in a hurry to get out the door to work, that doesn't always happen. So, but I like this mascara. I hope you can see it on camera. It works well. It voluminizes. It makes them look longer. It is not the most lengthening mascara I have, but it does the job. For everyday wear, I do not wear lashes, so I kind of rely on my mascaras. Make sure you're closing those tight. And also, you need to rotate your mascaras out. I know that they all have a expiration date. I couldn't think of that word. An expiration date. So make sure that you are getting rid of those. You're not using expired makeup. Throw them out. Bring something new in. So that will do it for my eyes. I think they turned out really pretty. I hope that you like it too. It's very soft. And for lips today, I have chosen I tried to pick something that is very cool toned, because I knew I was going to be using the silvery pink color on the lid. So I tried to choose something that's kind of cool toned. I'm using Loraqu's Girl Next Door. I want to say this is their alter ego. It doesn't say it on it. It just says highly pigmented cream lipstick, and the name of it is Girl Next Door. It is a very pretty cool tone pink. I'm going to put on my e.l.f. Lip Plumping Gloss Sparkling Rose. If you haven't tried the e.l.f. glosses, give them a try. The packaging is really pretty. Can you even see it? And they are very inexpensive, and it works very nicely. Not sticky. Before I do that, I'm going to line my lips with the Essence Soft Contouring Lip Liner in under my skin. That noise is my dog Penny. She's walking around to see what's going on. I usually fill in my lips. I think it makes your lipstick last longer. If you don't like that, you don't have to. As a matter of fact, with this particular lipstick, you probably don't need to line your lips at all. But I just feel like it makes the longevity of my lip makeup better. Also, I like these lip liners from Essence. They are not as creamy as some that I have tried. I really enjoy Buxom's lip liners. I like the ColourPop lip liners. This one's a little drier. You probably saw that it kind of tugged on my lips a little bit, but I absolutely love this color. I think it's really pretty even with just a gloss on top. So now we're gonna go in with the lipstick. There's a fuzzy on it. These lipsticks smell and taste like cupcakes. So there's nothing wrong with that. I love it when my lip products smell and taste good. Some people do not. I do. I think having it smell and taste good, something I'm putting that close to my mouth, is just a plus. Sorry. And I'm going to put a little bit of the plumping lip gloss right in the center. Also smells and tastes really good. And it does tingle. It's kind of a minty tingle. It's not painful, but you do notice it right away as soon as you put it on. Okay, and last step, we're going to put on some setting spray because I like this look and I'm going to make it last, even though I'm not going anywhere. I'm just going to take a few pictures for Instagram and hang out with my family, but I feel better. So I'm going to be using this teensy weensy Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin Mist. Is this the cutest thing you've ever seen in your whole entire life? Look at it. Look at it. So cute. I'm glad I got to try this. The mister, even on this tiny bottle, fantastic. And I like the smell of it. It smells really herbally and clean. That spritzer is fantastic. Get my little handy fan out. I am looking dewy as can be. Okay. So, hey, if I were going out right now, I don't think there's anything I would fix or change about this makeup look. I like it just the way it is. I think it turned out lovely. And I had fun bringing out things that are mine and using them again. It always makes me feel good to pull out things that I spent my hard-earned money on and use them again. I haven't quite gotten into the hitting pan challenges. For me, I'm kind of sad when something is running out. It's not really an accomplishment for me. It just means that I won't have that item anymore and maybe won't be able to afford repurchase it. So it's not always the best thing for me when I run out of products. And I don't watch empties videos, but if you all want to see some empty videos, I can start saving my trash for you. I can do that. I can save my trash. Maybe it will bother me. I don't know. My face is so itchy. I'm kind of OCD where things like that are concerned, but for you all, I would do it if you want to see it. Please let me know down below what other kind of videos you really want to see during this time off. I'll do what I can. Again, I'm not all that, feeling all that motivated. I'm trying. It may motivate me more if I got some more engagement on my videos. So if you let me know what kind of things you want to see. Someone mentioned they would like to see a vlog of our family playing games. Yes, you would. I can tell you that right now. We are hilarious and we never get angry. There's never any upset. We have so much fun when we're all together. So if I can talk everybody else into it, I will try to vlog that. I've been really thinking about vlogging a lot more lately, and I would love to get into that. Right now, my life is so boring. I don't know that anybody would want to watch what I do every day. It is that boring. It's like watching grass grow. But if you want to see it, or you want to see some more tidbits of my life, we could do maybe, I don't think I've ever done a house tour, or we could, kind of do a meet the family type video, but you let me know what you're interested in, and I'll see what I can do. I hope you are all safe and happy and healthy wherever you are today. We send lots of love and encouragement and good vibes all your way. I love you, and I will see you in the next one. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet. Pretty please. It would make my entire year, it would make my entire quarantine if we could tell our friends and share and get some more people to subscribe to my channel and watch my videos. I would love that so much. I would love it. Thank you. I love you all. See you in the next one. Bye bye.